This is Dr. Phil Chavez. July 1st is the feast of the infamous Saint Junipero Serra, known as the Apostle of California. Now, he was born into a farming family on November 24, 1713 in Majorca, Spain. Educated by the Franciscans during childhood, at 15, he started his philosophical formation, and he took religious profession in 1730. He chose the name Junipero in honor of St. Francis' companion. Now, after his theological studies, he was likely ordained in December of 1738. In 1742, he earned his doctorate in theology from the University in Palma, and thereafter appointed professor of theology. But in 1749, he was called to serve as an Indian missionary in the Americas. Setting sail with other Franciscans, they arrived in Veracruz, Mexico, on December 7, 1749. Instead of horseback, Serra chose to walk 250 miles from Veracruz to Mexico City. Between 1750 and 1758, he promoted religious and economic development of the Pama Indians, including the buildings of churches, schools, and farming structures. Now, in 1767, Serra was appointed as president of the ex-Jesuit missions of Baja California, which led him to expeditions in Upper California. He established 9 of the known 21 major missions in the state of California. Now, it's interesting, Serra suffered from significant leg and foot problems, for which he was often carried on a stretcher during his journeys. Now, he was known for his passion, his optimism, and his devotion to his converts by meeting their many temporal and spiritual needs. While growing in faith, the natives settled near the missions, and Serra fought to protect them and the church from government oppression. Now, the friars taught the Indians agricultural skills so they could abandon the hard nomadic life they lived, from which they suffered disease, hunger, and of course, tribal wars. Now, the missionaries led them in constructing also roads and irrigation systems. They had to. What became of this was immense wealth of cattle, sheep, horses, and crops that benefited the mission Indians and not really the Franciscans, who practiced simple poverty. Brothers, many modern detractors accuse the friars of enslaving indigenous people, but none can explain how just a handful of Franciscans at each mission who did not carry arms could suppress several hundreds of Indians at any given mission compound. Serra passed away on August 28, 1784 at Mission San Carlos in Carmel, California, and he is buried in the church he constructed there. By the end of that same year, the baptized Indians at the first 9 missions reached over 6,700, while 4,600 were residing in them. Now, the Protestant historian Charles Fletcher Loomis labeled the mission system, as he says, the most just, humane, and equitable system ever devised for the treatment of an aboriginal people. Junipero Serra was canonized by Pope Francis on September 23, 2015. Numerous monuments honor him along the famous Camino Real, moving north to south here in California. That true road, or that main highway, offered open and secure passage along that great trail of missions. Saint Junipero Serra, pray for us. And brothers, God be with you.